Hey everybody, so here we are, very early part of September. We wanted to do another games we picked up this month feature. My friend here went a little crazy in the month of August. Mine was a lot more conservative. I don't know, how do we start this?
Let's, I think we should start with you.
Okay.
And then we'll move into all of the stuff that you can't see basically below here.
My God.
So.
My God.
All right, let's start with you. What'd you get?
So we were at PAX.
Yes.
Which we always love PAX. Great show. So when I was there, I went around to like a lot of the booths. I actually had to work during PAX, so I didn't get to see much of the show. But while I was walking around, I did see this that I didn't even know existed. I got the Bravest Warriors.
Bravest Warriors Encounters. Yeah.
Which, if you have not watched Bravest Warriors, after you watch the rest of our video, you should look it up and go check it out because it's really funny.
Great YouTube show. Same guy who did Adventure Time.
How far you can see.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
Like a dice game.
Push your luck. Yeah, multiplayer dice game.
Like, it was cheap. It was like $12 for each one. So, and that's my games for August. Until we talk about stuff we backed on Kickstarter.
Yes, so, let's start with me.
So since I have, like, very little to do with this video, I thought what would be fun is after he explains, a game he got, I'll, like, sum up in, like, a phrase or a word or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a word association lightning round type of game. So
yeah,
she's gonna write down something.
I'm gonna write down something, using this handy thing, and then, you'll get my reaction to, like, all the games. Because I haven't even, like, seen half of these, because we've been so busy, so.
Alright.
Let's get it going.
Alright, here we go. So, first up, I was in a math trade on Board Game Geek last month, and I did manage to get a copy of BioShock: The Siege of Columbia, which I was not a huge fan of the video game, but I've watched some videos on this game, and it seems really interesting, and interesting mechanics, and I'm also not a huge Plaid Games fan, but again, this game looks really interesting. So, I got it, I believe I traded away, Conquest of Narath, Dungeons & Dragons Conquest of Narath board game.
We never played that.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. And I got BioShock for that. So, haven't played it yet, but looking to get it on the table at some point soon. Maybe. What'd you get? Woohoo! Steampunk, chick named Elizabeth. Yeah, that's right. So that's good. Alright, so she approves of BioShock Infinite. Alright. At PAX, we talked about PAX. PAX last weekend, I picked up the first two data packs for the new Netrunner cycle, and we've been playing Netrunner recently. I love Netrunner. I think it's the best card game probably that's ever been made. And I had yet to start with the Lunar cycle, so really awesome cards in here. Got those.
Wait.
No, go ahead. Money Sink, yep. Definitely Netrunner, Money Sink, but well worth it.
Not gonna complain. I'm just stating facts here.
Yes.
So,
all right.
Yes.
The next thing I got at PAX was the, well, not at PAX, I got it at our friendly local game store in Card Kingdom here in Seattle, but I did get the new expansion for Blood Bowl Team Manager called Foul Play. I love Blood Bowl Team Manager. I know you love Blood Bowl Team Manager a lot, right?
LOL!
There's some new rules in here. It adds a fifth player, a whole new division of teams.
I love it. I want to have a game night where we have people over to watch like football and
play Blood Bowl Team Manager. We played it at the Super Bowl, remember?
We did. Yeah, it was a hit.
So that was at PAX. So let's maybe hit the rewind machine a little bit before PAX. Let's talk about the Commands and Colors series, shall we?
Love it!
My first purchase of the month was the Eastern Front expansion for Memoir 44, which is basically the Soviets, Eastern Front of World War II, Soviet stuff like that. I have the Desert and Winter board, and we've been playing the Desert Mediterranean theater stuff with the British on the desert side, but I feel like I'm not using the other half of the board, so I should probably get the expansion. So, haven't played it yet, but I'm going to get to it.
Yay, tanks! That's all I got to say about that.
Alright, so surprisingly positive so far. I like this. Yeah,
yes.
I like this.
Yeah.
In the same family, I also picked up this month. I was getting back into the Commands and Colors system, and I've been always eyeing these games, but never took the plunge until now. I picked up Command and Colors Napoleonics, which I've heard is just an amazing game, and it actually is an amazing game. We've played it a little bit through the first scenarios. Really fun. I love the blocks. I love the components. And I have a really big thing for 18th century warfare right now, and I don't know why. And this is one of those games that covers that period. I guess technically it was 19th century, but really good. Command and Colors Napoleonics. And along with this, I also picked up, what do we got? What are we saying? Nerd alert. Fun though. Huge nerds. Yes, yes. I also picked up the Austrian expansion for Commands and Colors Napoleonics. Haven't played it yet because we're trying to get through the scenario book of the regular core game first, but Austrian army, they're all stickered in here and bagged. Can't wait to get to that.
I would be... Wait, is Arnold Schwarzenegger Austrian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have put Schwarzenegger on here, but I don't know how to spell his name.
And also, yeah, it's a lot of letters. It wouldn't have fit on there.
So just pretend I put that on there.
Alright, so, as you can tell, I got a lot of games this month. Next, let's talk about my pickups from MMP. So MMP, I'm slowly... That's a publisher. MMP. Multi-Man Publishing.
Multi-Man Publishing.
Multi-Man Publishing.
Okay.
I'm actually slowly becoming a fan of Multi-Man Publishing. They did Kingdom of Heaven, which is a game I really enjoy.
Yes, we are playing through a campaign of that.
Yeah, and last month I talked about King Philip's War, which we have yet to play, but we will get it to the table at some point if I stop buying games. I picked up the Mighty Endeavor from MMP. It's the second edition of the Mighty Endeavor. I really am not a fan of World War II, but...
Really?
I'm not a fan of World War II on board
there's
games.
so many games.
I know.
Theme.
I think that's why I'm not a fan, because there's just so many.
Huh.
But the Mighty Endeavor is interesting. So the reason I picked this up, it's part of the Standard Combat series, which is sort of MMP's like simple, real easy to get to grips war game, hex and counter style.
Mm-hmm.
And the core rule book for the system is like 8 pages. It's like really simple, basic hex and counter stuff. And then each game in the series has its own rule book that has specific rules for that game. So, the Mighty Endeavor is basically World War II from the Allied invasions of Normandy to basically the fall of Berlin, essentially. But the reason that I picked this up is because when you play 2 players, it comes with 2 22 by 34 maps that shows the eastern and western fronts of Europe to scale, at the game scale, which is amazing, so it takes up a ton of table space. But when you play 2 players, one player plays as the Allies, the British Commonwealth and US forces, and the Eastern Front German troops, and the other player plays as the Soviets and the Western Front German troops. So you're basically racing your ally... She's skeptical. You're basically racing to Berlin. So one player's playing the Soviets, and they're trying to stop you on the Western Front with the Germans, and the other player's playing the Allies, trying to race to Berlin, and they're playing the Eastern Front Germans, trying to stop the Soviets from getting there. So it's a really interesting, duality to the game, and I thought that was a really cool idea to see, trying to race to Berlin as either side of the Allied pincer. So I picked up the Mighty Endeavor. What you can't see right now is it's spread all over this table right here.
Oh, that's what this is.
Yes. And I'm just playing the
It's amazing. You can't even see it.
I'll post some pictures right now. I'm playing the Western Front right now, and I'm actually just by myself, and I'm having a ton of fun. It plays really fast, it's really simple, and has a lot of just strategic depth, and it's a really good looking game. So really impressed with the Mighty Endeavor 2nd edition. Comes with the Soviet expansion in there.
Yeah.
The other MMP game that I picked up that
Hold on. Whoa, dude, breathe. Okay, let's keep going.
You okay?
Yes, you're just freaking me out, man.
I'm trying to get through this pile.
Jesus.
The other MMP game...
Did you even pay rent this month?
Yes.
God.
The other MMP game that I picked up is Reluctant Enemies, which is also a fairly new release from what I understand. This is part of their Operational Combat series, which is a really, really heavy look at the logistical side of warfare during World War II. The game covers Operation Exporter, which was the conflict between the British Commonwealth troops and the Vichy French in Syria and Lebanon. She's snoring. I just want to show you one thing. So the OCS system is known for being just ridiculously involved and complex, okay? The core rule book for the OCS system, alright, I'm going to take it out right now.
What?
Is...
What?
48 pages.
Make sure you can see it.
48 pages. It's like a novel. But I'm really interested in this game. This one is sort of billed as the starter game for the OCS system, and I'm really just fascinated by how the system focuses on logistical, supply-side warfare, terrain positioning, and stuff like that. And so I know that you'll never play it with me, but it seems fascinating. So at some point I'm going to dive into that humongous rule book.
I will say there are plenty of games you get that I have no interest in, and I play them out of the kindness of my heart, and I'm usually pleasantly surprised. But I do think that you pick ones that you think I will enjoy.
Sometimes,
so
yeah.
I appreciate it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, in the case of Reluctant Enemies, I picked that just because I was interested in it.
Okay,
No
yeah,
illusions at you, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so the other game that I got, which is from Nuts Publishing,
I thought we featured that last month.
We didn't. I didn't have it last month.
Oh.
I got it when I got back from Germany.
Oh, so you just got it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A couple weeks ago. That is To the Last Man from Nuts Publishing. This game is a World War I game that was actually, it started life as a print and play game, and then Nuts Publishing picked it up. Reason I picked this up...
You said Nuts Publishing.
Squirrels! Yes. The reason I picked this up is because it has, as you can tell by the cover, some of the most fantastic graphic design in any war game I've ever seen. It's a card-driven game, but it's area control, kind of, and there's like a hidden army element to it where you keep your armies behind player privacy screens so that you can...
Oh, right, you were talking about this.
So you can't see what the other person has, fog of war. But there's cards in the game, and they're all little tiny newspapers, like little French and English newspapers.
I remember you showed me this.
Yeah.
You should put up some pictures of some of the card art.
I will.
It's amazing.
This game just has fantastic art, and that's really what drew me to it. And obviously, it's also the 100-year anniversary of World War I this year, so I thought that was a timely
totally
pickup.
Is.
Yeah. So we'll probably cover this on the channel at some point because it's pretty simple to play. It's very complexity-wise, it's probably half a step above 1775, which we are going to review very shortly. So keep an eye out for that. Okay. Well, I would love to say that that was my August pickups. However, I'm not done.
We ain't finished.
We're not done. So
yeah.
A couple of things at PAX that are not board games, but I did want to bring up.
Oh my god, you were obsessed with this.
I picked up the rulebook for Mobile Frame Zero, which is a very light tabletop miniatures game played with Legos, where you build your custom army, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Legos. I believe it's just Lego, no S at the end, technically. So I'm in the process of building my company right now.
Wait, so if you have multiple pieces of Lego...
You have Lego.
You have Lego?
Yeah. The other thing I picked up is a 2-player, really tiny role-playing game called... is a tiny 2-player tiny role-playing game called Mars Colony, about a colony on Mars, and one player plays sort of this doctor trying to save the colony, and the other player plays basically the colony, everyone in the colony. And it's a very short rulebook. It's about 40 pages. It looked very interesting, and I heard about it online, and aliens, yes. So I wanted to try this with you. I thought this would be a cool kind of experiment for the channel. Maybe we can cover this after we play it.
An experiment?
Yeah. So
you're gonna blow shit up?
I hope not.
Alright.
The other thing I picked up at PAX is a very short, small RPG called Life on Mars. It's kind of a hybrid between a story...
Is that what you just picked up?
No, that was Mars Colony. This is Life on Mars.
Woo.
This is a very, it's a storytelling game, kind of RPG-ish, where you play 4 crew members of the first expedition to Mars, and... Confusing, yes, I know. But it looks very cool, and I thought it would be interesting to play this game via email, because you're kind of supposed to create your character's backstory as you play. And you basically go to different points in this ship, and there's things on there that tell you. So when you go to the flight deck, it's your reflection in the glass, and then you just kind of make up whatever your character is thinking about while looking into the glass of the ship out. And then as you play, you kind of go towards Mars, and when you land on Mars, this board flips out and it shows you the colony. You can go to different points in the colony, and there's different prompts for the story to unfold. So it looked really cool, and so I picked it up at PAX. Okay. So now you'll be thinking...
done now?
No, I'm not done. Let's talk about D-Day at Omaha Beach. I say as I just finished telling you about how I'm not a World War II guy. D-Day at Omaha Beach is a very highly regarded cooperative hex encounter war game about the invasions of Normandy. I got this for us to play because I thought it would be... Yes, exactly. I was thinking about our channel. I got this because I thought it would be a fun game, a war game that we could play. We're on the same team. And I've heard really good things about this system. So I'm excited to read the rules and get into this at some point when we kind of finish our backlog.
So it's just one battle.
Yeah, it's just the invasion of Normandy, but you can play 2 players, so we both control the allies. So that's that. Alright, then let's talk about my favorite publisher, GMT.
Yes.
So,
very exciting. In October, you're going to be going to GMT.
I am. I will have coverage from that, actually, as well. GMT's Weekend Warehouse in October, I will be going, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
So GMT, we're going to start with the bad first, and that is this. This was a game at P500, yes, called Won by the Sword. It's about the...
Oh, that's right. You told me about this.
It's about the 30 Years War.
I guess if I write it on there, I don't need to make the face.
No, but it helps if you do. So this game, let's just be honest here. This game is a freaking mess.
He went there.
From a rule standpoint,
and that's like really hard for you to say, I think, because you really love GMT.
I was really bummed.
You were so excited for this game.
I was really bummed out when I got this in the mail. The rules are a mess. The components are a bit of a mess as well. There's a ton of misprints on the card deck. It's basically a point-to-point card-driven game, which is my favorite genre of wargame. But so that's a problem. The rules are very, very like not clearly written, and there's a lot of questions online about the rules and how they're written. I was really disappointed with the production quality of this game, which is very rare for GMT.
Yeah.
The designer, Ben Hall, who has done other games for GMT, has not been very responsive online to some of the complaints. Well, let's not say that like the relationship is over. This is just.
Okay. So
I hope this is just a rare.
It's more like this. There's like a little crack in your heart.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I hope this is an exception to the rule, but I do know that GMT is working on fixing the rules and posting an updated version of the rules and an errata. So that will help some of it, but they really need to reissue the card deck because a bunch of the cards are misprinted, and they need to just fix a lot of stuff about this game because the system seems really cool and fun. Come on now. But they need to fix it. This is a mess, and so I'm not going to play it until we get a working version of this, which is very unfortunate because I was looking forward to playing it with you. It's about a war that I don't know too much about, and the system is really easy, like lightweight on the rules, but really seems really fun. So
if they get it right.
If they can get it right. So that's Won by the Sword. Really unfortunate how that game turned out. But let's in finale as the final new game pickups for me.
Oh my god. God, how many games is that? Like
I don't want to talk about it. On the bright side, I also from GMT, which was a pre-order, got one of my most anticipated one of my most anticipated games of the year, and that is Fire in the Lake, which is the new coin game from GMT.
You've been talking about this for months.
I know. It's about the Vietnam War. It's part of the Coin series, which is one of my all-time favorite game systems for tabletop games.
Oh, it's a Coin series.
It is. 1 to 4 players about the Vietnam War. It's just a beautiful production. My copy did come with the counters a little bit messed up, but GMT replaced them, so thank you for that.
Oh, good.
And I'm really looking forward to getting this on the table with you.
I'll give it a check.
Check, nice. Okay, that's. I'll take that as agreement that you'll play it with me. And
yes.
I'm really looking because Volko, the designer of the game, Volko, asked if we would be doing a video, and so I feel like I need to oblige him. And I'm really looking forward to bringing it to GMT in October to play with folks who are there. So, Fire in the Lake. That's the final new game I got this month, and
it looks meaty.
I'm really excited for it. It's heavy too. It's full of wood, and yeah.
I'm not even gonna write anything on the board for that one.
So thank you for being patient. That was probably one of the best months I've had in several years in terms of new games.
I can't even believe it. I think if you remember last month, I had a pretty big haul.
You did.
A small one. So
yeah,
I think
we swapped.
We swapped.
I
was very reserved.
I didn't back anything on Kickstarter this month, so
I did back some things on Kickstarter.
Tell us about it.
So actually, they're people I know. So full disclosure. But one of our friends has a card game. I think it's still on Kickstarter, called Divorce the Game.
And if you watched our panel, our PAX panel video, it was the guy Andrew Yoon who was moderating that panel.
Yeah. So I backed that because it looks super fun. And another colleague of mine, she is doing a game called Flocks and Flyaways, which is like a bird migration game. Actually, here, do you want to
Stephanie
put your thoughts on about
Sure,
that?
yeah, we'll do.
So I heard about that one from her, and
there we go. That's what the skill of my art is. This right here. It's Flocks and Flyaways.
It's perfect. So I backed that one, and unfortunately, Wizard Dodgeball didn't fund. I was really disappointed about that one, but Compounded met its goal really quickly, and what was the other stuff? Oh, the treasure chest was funded. That's coming. That's what I backed last month, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were responsible, and I was a complete crazy person.
Well.
But at least, so the bottom line to all of this is that I made when I was approaching filming this video and I realized how much I would have to get through, I said I'm not buying any more games for the rest of the year until I play all of this stuff significantly.
But he said that before PAX, and then he bought a bunch of stuff at PAX.
Right. Yeah.
But we have plenty to keep us busy.
Yes.
A little bit here.
And please let us know if you want to know anything about any of these games that we showed you, or you want to tell us what you got.
Exactly.
I would love to know what other people are picking up right now. I know
what you're backing on Kickstarter too.
Yes. We didn't get a chance to go to Gen Con, but the one game that looked really interesting to me that I'm curious about is Shadowrun Crossfire. So if you have any thoughts on Shadowrun Crossfire, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Let me know whether or not I should break my rule of no more games this year and get it.
That'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know. What should we hear?
Should we do a nice goodbye?
Yeah. Well, I'll figure this out.
Thanks for sticking with us through that. Assuming you did.
It was long, but it's awesome. We have so much to play now.
Yes, we do, and we're about to go do that right now. So thanks for watching.
Yay!